too long.
Blessed Lord.
God decides to do different. I was riding down the road the other day. You ever just had one of them crazy feelings come on you? Just anxious. Nothing. The other day I was riding down the road and like, it was just like something just, I couldn't put my finger on it, but it was, something just didn't feel right. And I was thinking, well, I can't think of anything that should be troubling me. And I thought about the scripture says about being anxious. And I started looking it up, and it don't really say it that way. And normally I don't. Normally I stay with King James Version. I told the guy today, I said, you know, I'm kind of like that preacher that I heard one time. He said that if King James Version is good enough for Peter and Paul and the rest of the disciples, it's good enough for me. But and he told that was being serious. I don't know. Philippians 4 and 6. In the King James Version says, be careful for nothing, but in everything, by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be known unto God. The New King James Version, the only thing it changed was be anxious for nothing. And I kind of understood it, that being anxious for nothing, because that's the way, it's kind of strange that I was looking for it to be written that way, and my version wasn't that way, but somebody else had interpreted it, and the way I understood it, I catch myself doing that a lot. You know, kind of like when things are going good, and what's all saying, you wait for that other shoe to drop. You know, when you pray for something and you start seeing results from your prayers, and then you get that old eerie feeling like, okay, you know, God can't be being that good to me. Something bad's got to be fixing to happen. And the words help me, don't be anxious for nothing. You know, the God that put me here can take care of whatever He puts in my way. Or whatever the devil puts in my way, He can take care of it. So why do I need to be anxious? Why do I... Psalms 55th chapter. I know this is a weird turnaround. I told you the wrong one, man. I'm sorry. Isaiah 55th chapter. Well, I told you to skip that bit. There we go. You know, when you think about the way God does things, and you wonder, well, God, I prayed for this, and I prayed for this, and I don't see anything going on. And like I said, then you start seeing results, and you think, well, you know, something's got to go wrong. That's just life, you know. It ain't a bed of roses. We know that, but I serve a God that He can make it a bed of roses.
Yes, sir.
You know, I know we go through stuff, and we have our troubles and our trials and all this stuff, but God is right there. And He tells us, said, my thoughts are not your thoughts. Neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. Right. So when we wonder, well, God, why does this happen this way? Why not?
Amen.
I've seen prayers being answered in the last little bit that if it had been answered the way I prayed it to start with, you know, Garth Brooks sung a song, I thank God for unanswered prayers. I thank God for answering prayers the way
Yes, sir.
The way He does it.
That's right.
Because Brother James will be answered the way I ask it all the time. I get the big enough mess as it is when He does come through for me. So if He answered the way I wanted it, it'd be just a crazy old mixed up world, worse than it is. I'm glad His thoughts are not like His ways are not like my ways.
Amen. You're right.
I'm glad that He don't do things the way I think they ought to be done.
Amen.
A lot of times when it don't get done the way I thought it'd be, at that moment, Sister Brenda, I'm kind of thinking, well, why don't he just go ahead and take care of this?
Yeah.
And then when he does, it's like, kind of like the guy in the V8 commercial.
Blessed Lord.
Why didn't I think of it that way? Because my thoughts is not his thoughts. My ways is not his ways.
That's right.
His thoughts are higher. He sees the ending from the beginning.
Amen. Yes, sir.
And I get stuck somewhere in the middle and can't figure out what's going on. So I'm learning not to be anxious.
Right.
When I was riding down the road the other day, that feeling hit me. I couldn't figure out. Well, it had to be the devil making me anxious because God told me not to be anxious.
Right. Come on now.
And when I realized where it come from, and I pulled my cell phone out, and I got this app, and you can type in whatever part of scripture you can think of, and it will find it for you. So I typed it up, and like I said, it wasn't the King James version that Peter and Paul read. Was the New King James version I could read. And I'm like, oh, maybe I'm okay with this after all. And when I realized where it's coming from, you know, does anybody know the definition for anxious? I just happen to know it. I got an app for that too. The first definition was full of mental distress or easiness or uneasiness because of fear. Or greatly worried. When I read that, I really knew where it comes from. Because I didn't give Brother B in this scripture, but I got it wrote down up here. 2 Timothy 1 and 7 says, "For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and a sound mind."
Amen.
When you catch yourself feeling anxious, just know where that spirit of fear comes from. Sister Brenda, when I realized that anxious feeling was coming straight from the pits of hell, I started praying. And if somebody had seen me riding down the road, they thought I was crazy. Well, they know I'm crazy. They thought I was crazier. But I started praying, and I wasn't praying I didn't have no big words. I just prayed. And praying went to crazy. And then that anxious feeling, it had to leave.
Thank God.
I'm glad I recognized it.
Amen.
I know, you'd think if you've been around church as long as I have, that kind of stuff just... But the devil's good at his job. He knows. That's the reason he's got the job, but he's good at it. And he knows what bugs us. And it's crazy that he can bug you and you don't even know what's going on. Make you anxious about something and there's nothing. Kind of like pulling up to a roadblock and you get worried that you can't find your driver's license. And you know you got it. You get anxious for nothing. I pulled up. Me and a friend of mine was on motorcycles one day, and he didn't have his motorcycle endorsements. And I know he was getting anxious. And we pulled up, and I stopped, and I stood up to get my wallet out, and happened to know the officer, and he said, "Oh, you're going to go on." What the word say? Be anxious for nothing. It's good to just heard it said before, and it really makes a lot of sense. Sometimes it's not so much in what you know, but who you know. You know, I knew the police officer, so my friend didn't get a ticket. But more than that is, I know the author of this book here.
Amen. Yes, sir.
It isn't who you know.
Amen.
Normally, and I told Robin this yesterday afternoon after I got home. I came home a little early. And, but Richie, you know, we talked about the AFR radio station. When they start talking, I turn the station. I talk to myself. I want to hear some singing, you know. And for some reason, I left it on the radio, on the station. They got to talking. And the more they talked, I found out why I was there, because they were talking about, you know, people trying to make preparations to make it to heaven. And the guy said, well, why are you going to do it? It's just going to burn up. And he said, well, if your roof was leaking, can you fix your roof? He said, well, sure. He said, why? It's just going to burn up. And I got to thinking, my roof was leaking. So you know what I did? You know, if God's going to speak to you, there had to be a reason that I left. Because normally I don't care about listening to him talk. Don't be anxious. You know, when God speaks to you, if you listen to him.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
Sometimes he speaks in strange ways. I've had him speak to me. I've heard people say God don't speak in audible voice. He spoke to me one day. And I know it's him because there wasn't nobody else there.
Amen.
I had prayed. Actually, I didn't pray to start with, and that was the whole thing. And it was on a Wednesday afternoon, and I was trying to get this thing apart, and it wouldn't come apart. And I said, God, you're going to have to help me here. And just as clear as I said, you're going to have to help me, he said, you should have thought about that before you got here. I was getting anxious, Brother Richie.
Yep.
But you know what? He come through anyway. I know what kind of went around the world is, but I've told you what God has put on my heart. Don't be anxious. Don't let the devil trick you.
Amen.
You're right.
Don't let the devil trick you into believing his lies.
Right.
You know, it's been very easy. I've had a panic attack before. I don't like them. And they're straight from the devil. It's been very easy when that feeling come up on me to road with it. And I've been home in the bed with my head covered up. So that's pretty much squalling. I've done it before, and that ain't fun. Don't be anxious. The God that put us here can take care of it.
Right.
No matter what it is, no matter what direction it comes from. If it comes against this, we know where it's coming from. Don't fall for the devil's tricks, because he's very good at tricking us, or tricking me. Like I said, I've been going to church a long, long time. But just coming to church, I shared this post that they stepped inside the church don't make you a Christian no more than walking in the garage